I mean, you could tilt the laptop slightly. We're live, apparently. We're live. Oh, yes. Paul, you may have just corrected it in one simple move. Good evening, everyone. Paul is here.
I'm here. I'm just sorting out the camera.
He's cameraing it up good. How are we all doing? Can you see us? Can you hear us? And more importantly, can you see all of this?
Oh, there you can see all the food, but not our heads.
That's fine for now, isn't it? We can slouch slightly if need be. I would just bring the camera up a tiny bit. It does, Kelly. It does. I was saying to Paul before we started, what is it with laptop cameras with the clasps on them? Terrible design. Anywho, he's here.
Hiya, hi everyone. Tonight, because we've got such a feast, everything's kind of really far away from us. The laptop is way over there.
I can see and read.
We've got the double leaf table up both leaves.
Hey up, loves. Marcus in the house. We're going to give a shout out to a few people.
We could actually,
whilst people are coming in,
quite easily do this, Jason. This is what we did last time, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're doing.
Put the mouse wherever you need it and just pull it in a bit. And then I can move that in a bit as well.
I can plop that there.
Because it really should be in a bit.
Hang on a sec.
Lift it up.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. So we do that. And then I can move this up a bit.
That's not too bad, is it? There we go. Only took us 2 minutes.
Sorry about that, guys. We want to make sure it looks right.
Yes.
So hello, everybody.
Now we
Now
should do our intro, just for anybody that's new in the house.
Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
And this is one of our regular live sessions. In fact, I've just posted today on our community tab the next 6 or 7 lives, including this one. Because how they work is Saturday night mukbang, 8:30. The following weekend, Friday night quiz with the quiz master and his glamorous assistant at 9 o'clock. And then the following weekend, Sunday afternoon in the kitchen, where we end up cooking stuff. And I think this week, next one, which is 2 weeks away, we're going to be focusing on taters. What's taters, precious?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yes, indeed. So should we just, before we tuck in and explain the concept, although you kind of already know the concept, let's just give a shout out because it is thick and fast tonight. It's 55 in the house already. So if I miss anyone, I apologise, but I'm going to scroll just very quickly and give some shout outs. I'm going to give a shout out to Frank, who was first in the house tonight. I hope BGT is on silent now and we are taking dominant place in your entertainment space. I want to say hi to Angela, that vegan chick. Kelly and Hedge Rider, our mods, are in the house. I think Leanne is probably in as well, possibly Bobby. Anita, who else? Michael, Marcus, us 3 vegans.
No.
Deb,
Now,
Susan.
it has to be said, if you're looking for Bobby as a moderator tonight, we've unshackled her.
She's been unshackled
from those vegan guys. She's doing a hell of a lot on YouTube at the moment, and I don't want her to feel conflicted with who to mod for it. You know, it's people doing lives at the same time and stuff.
And just head mashing. Do you know what I mean?
Don't like things getting awkward.
No.
Right.
Bobby's here. Hello, my lovelies. Leanne's in the house. Yes. Rock and roll.
Let us tell you all about the pizzas. None of these pizzas cost more than £2. That was really what we wanted to do tonight. We thought, right, well, let's have a mukbang with some pizzas, but let's also kind of test the what's the best cheap pizza.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we're doing.
It's a simple thing.
So we've got Asda's spicy cauliflower. Is that one Asda's? No. No, see, I'm wrong already. I've got the boxes.
Kept the boxes to be on the safe side. And the great thing is, with these budget pizzas, the pizzas actually look like they look on the box, which is cool.
I do apologise. We've got Aldi's spicy cauliflower, £1.75. We've got Asda's roasted veg and hummus, £1.75.
It's this one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've got plant-based kale and tomato hummus from Iceland, £2.
£2. Somebody just asked, what's a pound? So I suppose, is it with the exchange rate, current exchange rate at the moment, is it $1? About a pound to $1? Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. It's cheap. What else can you get for £1? Ooh. So as you can imagine, for those people in the house who know us quite well and know me quite well, this is epic because I love pizza. Thank you, Matt. Matt O'Neill in the house.
Oh, if you haven't seen, I posted, I know some people like Trump. I don't.
Not keen.
I wouldn't wish him death, though.
Not keen. But
Matt's done an awesome video that we linked on our community tab before that took him hours to put together. A rap battle with Biden and Trump. It's very good.
It's amazing and well worth checking out. It is absolutely brilliant. Seen a few of these videos over the last few years where people take sound bites from like a speech or something and then turn it into a song or a rap. But this is on next level. Choppy choppy.
Nearly there. Oh, this one's got a right firm base. This Iceland hummus one. I think we've had this one before and we commented on the base because it feels very whole grainy.
Whole grainy, yeah. Oh, Charlotte, you're bang on time. We're just about to tuck in.
There we go. All the pizzas cut.
Have you mentioned this?
Oh, no. I've also put together some wedges and I threw together some onion rings. Made them myself. Made my own batter and everything.
And
It's a bit of a chili batter. Chili mayonnaise, chili ketchup, coleslaw.
Amazing. So I've got to remember this is actually a taste test as well.
Right. I'm going to take a piece of each of these pizzas. All of them. I'm having them all on my plate right now. Oh, that's a bit big for me.
I'm going to do the same, I think. It would be just that makes the most sense, doesn't it?
It would be rude not to, Jason. But first, I'm going to have a wedge dipped in the chili ketchup.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Oh, hang on, before we start. It's a Penguin Sands, don't you know? A Penguin Sands.
So basically, this entire pizza meal cost about £8. Cheap pizzas, oh no, the wine, £12.
Mr. Atlanta's in the house.
Hello, Mr. Atlanta, sir. Right, I'm going to try this one first, which is the roasted vegetable and hummus from Asda.
It's a very good point, Kelly. This is the Asda one, yeah?
Roasted vegetable and hummus. So there's lots of peppers on there, loads of peppers, yellow, red and green. There's spinach. Might be a bit of kale as well, huh? Stone baked pizza. base with a tomato sauce, marinated, grilled, red and yellow peppers, spinach, hummus sauce. It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice taste, nice texture. Really, really good. Yeah.
I want some coleslaw.
Tasty. Tasty. So we've got plenty of pizza to go at to make the final decision. And I think it's going to be quite a tough one. But for anybody that's just joining us, because I noticed a couple of people in the comments have just tuned in. In a nutshell, this is our tri-weekly mukbang. But tonight we've introduced a taste test element between the three of the cheapest frozen pizzas that are on the market in the UK at the moment. The ones that are really easy to get hold of.
Right, that's delicious. The Asda roasted veg and hummus. It's really got plenty of vegetables on it, and you can taste them all individually. That's what I like about that one. That's delicious. Absolutely. I'm going to try this spicy cauliflower one next.
I'm going to
give myself a little break with hummus pizzas. Now we've already no, we haven't tried the one with bacon bits and mushrooms, have we? Oh gee, I wonder why, everybody.
I thought Imran swore then for a second. Laptop's a bit further away. It's testing my eyesight.
Oh, by the way, Auntie Pearl made these with one of those onions. Jason's Auntie Pearl, who's a lovely lady, lives just up road from Mum and Dad, has been giving us loads of veg lately. She's got a fancy veg fella.
She's got a fancy veg fella that sends her veg.
And she shares the excess out with family. So today we've got a fabulous bag. Cauliflowers, red cabbage, spring onions, leeks, radishes, yellow peppers. Loads of stuff in there. So thank you, Auntie Pearl.
Yeah. Sending love and hugs.
Made these a bit different. I did half of them with red onion and half with white.
A few more people joined in the house.
Cheeky though.
2020 Bridget, Stacey, Susanna, Seatan Inside, Sherry. Thank you, lovely people, for joining us. Seatan Inside says, hi, Jess and Paul. Hope you're both having an awesome weekend.
We are. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And ditto.
Yes.
Are we going for... I just had an onion ring, by the way, dipped in chili mayo. And it was the best friend I've ever known.
Oh, yeah. Let's crack on.
Spicy cauliflower pizza from Aldi. £1.75. Cher, thank you, my darling. Thank you, my love.
Bless you. Thank you very, very much. So this is a spicy cauliflower one from
Aldi. It's this one.
Ah, yes.
Top with spicy cauliflower and vegetable, finished with a sprinkling of red chilies. And there is actually a little bit of a spicy hint there, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because so many things these days that say spicy, I've never seen spicy. Never.
Thank you, that vegan chick. Thumbs up, always greatly appreciated. And I do understand you are essentially giving us a thumbs up for sitting here eating pizza. But let me tell you, there's a lot more goes into it than just sitting here eating pizza. So thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, I like the spice. The spice is real. They're not pretending.
It's a very flavourful pizza. And this one's got a little bit of vegan cheese on it as well. But like a tiny amount. A few shreds.
It's pretty good.
For cheap pizzas, they are really good.
Somebody had written, I caught further up in the comments, the vegan pizza game is strong. It's incredibly strong at the moment.
Mm.
Obviously, we've gone for the budget ones. But
Yeah, we've done this for a reason tonight. But ZZ's has got a vegan pepperoni in Sainsbury's now for £4. Pizza Express do one for about £4.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Town do one for £3 odd.
$3.50. Yeah.
Goodfellas do one.
It's amazing. One Planet, of course. Thank you, Alternative Media, for that little reminder. Of course, yeah, One Planet Pizza. Awesome stuff. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. I'm impressed with the amount of spice that's on that.
Mm-hmm.
For a mainstream regular pizza, normally mainstream stuff, they shirk on the spice level, don't they? They sort of rein it in a little bit and they'll put spice on, but they should put it in inverted commas, really. A bit like Asda should have put their vegan aisle in inverted commas, perhaps. But we might get onto that in a short while and reference it and talk about it briefly. Yeah, hang on. On a palate cleanse.
We'll do this. We'll come up with a verdict and then we can just eat.
Yeah.
This is the kale and tomato hummus pizza from Iceland.
Yeah. Kale and tomato and hummus from Iceland.
That's a very thin base.
Mm.
The base looks a lot more wholemeal brown.
Oh.
Compared to this.
Tom Hemmings in the house.
Oh, that's delicious.
Never need to apologise for lateness. You're here. That's the most important thing. Thank you for joining us. And Paolo is here as well. Paolo loves to make his own vegan pizzas. I'm sure you are awesome at it. Good sir.
You know, you put me onto a little story there. Not so long back, in Iceland, and I tell you who's triggered this memory, Bev, in our Facebook group, that vegan group on Facebook, mentioned today that she'd picked up these pizza bases from Sainsbury's, already topped with tomato sauce, and she said they were absolutely gorgeous sourdough pizza bases topped with tomato sauce. She put all her own toppings on and they had pizza. And it triggered a memory. Do you remember that box of 2 frozen ones that was available in Iceland for ages?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same thing. Big puffed up crusts, tomato sauce, vegan by ingredient. But of course on the channel we're all about promoting things that people can grab quickly, as well as things that they can make by hand themselves if they've got the time to do that. But we never want to move people away from being able to say, that's only £2. I'm going to have that for tea tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and normally if we were having pizza, it wouldn't be mukbang style like this. We'd have pizza and salad, wouldn't we?
Yeah. That's fair to say. Loving this. Loving all of this.
This is my favourite.
It's a close call. But I might agree with you.
Immediately followed by the spicy cauliflower from Asda.
I'm going to go back and try a bit of the first one again.
I love the base on this. It's so crispy. It's like a cracker. Oh, thank you so much for the 71 likes, guys. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. Imran was asking before, he said, asking in the comments if anybody else adds stuff to the pizzas. And I think it's fair to say under normal circumstances, we would jazz our pizzas up a little bit. But in the tradition of a proper taste test, of course, we've stayed completely neutral. And these are straight out of the box, into the oven, nothing added at all.
Any of these would be elevated by vegan shredded cheese if vegan shredded cheese is your thing. But none of them need it, to be honest with you. and none of them need it. Yeah, I suppose it depends what you like. I'm a great vegetable lover and I love hummus. So these two, the Iceland one and the Asda one, are particular standouts for me. But it's because of the hummus and the veg is beautiful.
Yeah.
But the spicy cauliflower one is really, really good as well. Maybe I won't choose a winner. Maybe I jump the gun. Like Annie Oakley. Or something.
Yeah, we're both pineapple on pizza lovers. Pineapple on pizza is always welcome in this house. And as Marcus said, yeah, chuck some applewood smoked on the top of there. In the, you know, jazzing things up a little bit. I think I'm with you, you know.
Well, isn't it nice?
I think it's this one.
It's really flavourful, isn't it? It's got a beautiful crunch. Closely followed by, and there's this much in it. This much.
Many moons ago.
Iceland,
number 1.
Aldi, spicy cauliflower.
Yeah, number 2.
Asda,
very, very close though. All 3 of them are absolutely amazing. But yeah, so there we go.
For the price, they are amazing.
Yeah.
Really, they're all 9-inch pizzas. It's 9-inch, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm glad you can read.
Is anybody else eating? We haven't asked that yet.
I think.
Bobby, 9 inches. Typical. In the gutter. Oh, Stacey says we are a divided couple. I love pineapple on pizza. My partner can't stand it.
Oh, do you have to do half and half?
It's an half and half scenario, isn't it?
Spicy cauliflower. You good, girl.
Yeah. It's all good. I mean, I think the obvious thing to say when it comes to pizzas is if you like pizza, you can't really go far wrong. Like, I don't think there are really any genuinely bad pizzas, vegan pizzas out there.
No.
But
yeah, there is.
There are pizzas
there is.
that are perhaps too expensive for what they actually are.
There's one, I think it's called White Rabbit.
I've seen it in Sainsbury's.
Exactly, and I've read so many people say don't bother.
Right, okay.
Many. Enough for it to register as a, okay. You know. Because it's a £5, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. And that's the other thing. Have you noticed quite a lot of the pizzas that have come out, vegan pizzas that have come out over the last year or so, are sort of, they're about a £5 and they look like half a pizza. What's that all about?
That's Sainsbury's. That's why Sainsbury's fail. Their pizzas, they call them whole creations or something.
Right.
But it's actually half a pizza. And they're about £4.
Oh.
So as much as I love you, Sainsbury's, you weren't included in this because you haven't got a budget pizza. Sort your game out. Everywhere else, you're stellar.
Leanne says the White Rabbit was awful and expensive. Thank you for that confirmation, Leanne. Yeah. So just to reconfirm, sorry.
For all I'm worth, listen to me now. Put a little chili mayonnaise on that one.
All right.
On the Asda one.
Okay. Whoa.
It just elevates it up a little bit, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Essence of the Celt says, in the US, we are seeing many more Aldi stores opening. Would love to see Lidl and Tesco or Asda. Well, Asda's just come back into UK ownership. So as of about 48 hours ago. So who knows what will happen with Asda. But yeah, if Aldi can do it, then I'm sure Lidl can do it, surely. But what do I know? I don't know about supermarkets, managing supermarkets. Yeah, amazing.
Am I right? I'm not wrong.
Paolo, I think we'll be up for a vegan pizza party anywhere. Anywhere next summer.
Might even throw one.
Bless you, Cher. Cher says Canada has none of those, but we are hoping for some more variety. And apparently Jenny's just been banned from her local Asda. Oh dear, Jenny. That's very dramatic, and it makes me immediately very interested in why you've been banned from your local Asda.
What did you do, Jenny?
Did you shout at the manager for the pathetic attempt at creating a vegan aisle? I've not let it lie yet.
We just walked out in disgust. Well, we bought pizza first.
We bought a pizza, we put it in the trolley, and that was it. It looked sad and a bit pathetic.
And then we went to Sainsbury's.
Thank you for joining us, surviving life after it falls apart.
Oh, nice to see you. I've not seen you for a while.
Pauline is eating naan bread clay baked from Morrison's, made into pizza with mushroom, peppers, onion, viva, shawarma, garlic, tomato puree, and for cheese I put on Violife Mature and Morrison's Red Leicester. Sounds amazing, Pauline. You're staying on brand as well, sticking with us on the pizza journey. Amazing.
Has Jenny told us why she got banned from Asda yet?
Not that I've seen. You can't say something like that, Jenny, and then not follow up unless we've missed it. We're all of us, I'm sure I'm speaking for the 99 in the house. I'm scrolling back up to check. I wrote not on the plant-based sign. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, we can't support that kind of thing.
We couldn't possibly endorse, support, or encourage that. But yes. That's brilliant.
Here's what we're doing.
Donna, have we tried the Morrison's vegan pepperoni pizza yet? I don't believe so. Morrison's is not massively on our radar. I think it's fair to say. Excuse me. We do go there occasionally.
Get rid of the basket, yeah.
Oh.
And put these things.
What, just take them off?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look so fancy anymore, does it, when we've eaten loads of stuff? So then we change shop. We're just having a shimmy round.
Shimmied.
Yeah, is that all right?
Muddy paws in the house. Deneen. I've probably missed you. You've probably been here ages, Deneen. Oh, delightful. Delightful.
There we go.
Mm.
Which one you want? Ah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh. Brandon, let's start the TV and film part of the conversation.
Oh, we're starting that now. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference, does it?
So, we've just started season 4 of Mr. Robot.
I appreciate.
Oh, it's complex.
We are a little bit late to the party with Mr. Robot, but every time we do a live, at some point we always talk about TV and film that we're watching, TV and or film
There's a male.
that we're enjoying and watching at the moment. And as Paul said, we have smashed through Mr. Robot. And what a series. What an absolutely phenomenal series.
Brilliantly cast with a fantastic bunch of actors. So well written, so complex. If you're not paying attention, forget it. I've got frustrated so many times. And Jason's been like, look, this is the past. All right, okay. Now it makes sense.
Yeah. Such a good series, though. It really is. Right up our street. Pauline says, have you decided a name for the new cooker?
No.
So many
The
amazing.
list of you lot is this long. But I have to be honest. I believe it was mostly love of music. I think. Who said? Pat the pot. And it proper made me laugh.
Starshine says, if you love complex shows, you should give Dark a go. Imran says The Haunting of Hill House was amazing. Psychological horror.
We've watched that.
Love it, mate. Love it.
Imran, there's a new one coming out. The Haunting of Bly Manor, same team. And some of the same cast as well. I don't know when it's out. I'm sure it's The Haunting of Blythe or Bly Manor.
Leanne says, I literally shat myself watching that.
Loved it. It's a brilliant series.
Oh, thank you for the recommendations, everyone. Tom, guys, you have to watch Marianne on Netflix. I don't like horror, but Victoria convinced me and it was great. Thank you for the recommendation, Tom. Yeah, those who know us know we love our horror, but it has to be good horror.
I'm sure we've said Marianne.
Sci-fi.
Is it a French one? I think we might have seen it. Please believe me when I say, take some spots of this and some spots of this on this.
Yeah.
Then eat it. Please believe me when I say.
Jazzing it up. Jazzing it up. Good shout.
It's so good.
So yeah, we have been smashing through Mr. Robot just to kind of keep the conversation going before I stuff my face full of this. But also, I can't remember, there's been a couple of people who recommended it in our that vegan group on our Facebook. Ratched. Is that how you pronounce it? Ratched.
We loved Lock and Key too, Jenny.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And what was that? Beautiful series. With Jonathan Price. He called Jonathan Price, the guy that's in Brazil. But he was an older guy. Tales from the Loop.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Amazing series.
We've mentioned Tales from the Loop a few times.
Did he call Jonathan Price?
I think so.
No. Our laptop. Where's my phone? It's funny that. We're such
Are you going to explain
vegans.
to people? Or are you going to take a picture and show people?
I won't show up properly. Our laptop is on a pile of books. The top one, the Non-Dairy Evolution Cookbook, Sky Michael Conroy. The next one, the Gentle Chef Cookbook, Sky Michael Conroy. The next one, River Cottage Veg Every Day, Hugh Fillowage and stuff. The bottom one, Del Swift, Forks Over Knives, the cookbook. I have a plethora of books here, darlings.
We have a plethora of pizza. I never get to eat this amount of pizza, ever.
Man. Do you mind, darling? Would you mind?
You know what, Kelly? Just picking up on Kelly apologising to Sweet Missy for hiding comments.
A bit slower. Yeah.
You've got to be... we've got to be better safe than sorry these days. And sometimes we get some right nasty sorts coming here. We have to get them booted.
Slow.
Sure.
Or slow.
Sure.
There you go. Now that's a mukbang.
Imran says, have you heard about a Netflix show called Van Helsing? It's like The Walking Dead, but for vampires. Can't believe no one's thought of this before. I'm aware of the whole Van Helsing thing.
Yeah, it's in the film.
I wasn't aware
series.
that there was a series on Netflix. Is it a new series?
Has anyone seen Lucifer? And is it any good? Because I'm not going to lie, the lead actor is pretty fit. But is it really gimmicky?
Liam says, oh my God, love Lucifer.
We've got it on our watch list, haven't we?
Imran said, seems new. The film was whack though. From what I remember, I would agree. Listen, you, Imran, getting down with the kids.
Star Cradle. I knew I had something to mention to you. You tagged us in a post on Facebook a couple of weeks ago about a horror on Shiver. What's it called? Shiver. Sliver.
Shudder.
Shudder. Where's your man? And I hadn't seen it. And I thought, I must write that down. And then I got busy doing other stuff. And then I went back to Facebook and it was gone. What was it you mentioned? Because I hadn't seen it. And I wanted to go off your recommendation and watch it. The lovely Star Cradle, who supports us massively by sharing our stuff on Facebook. She's a legend. And who prompted the third and final reading of the letter to Paulinius by Seneca on the shortness of life.
Dare I say it? I'm getting a little bit full. Just a little bit. With the added chili mayo, that's really ramped that pizza up, hasn't it? It really does.
It's Leon mayo, which now they sell in Sainsbury's along with the burger sauce and loads of different Leon stuff. It's Leon mayo with about half a teaspoon of chow chili oil, which we also get from Sainsbury's. We usually use in stir fries and things, and bibimbap.
Marcus said before, anyone wonders in here now with us all saying we love Setan and Lucifer, they're going to be wondering what we're about. It's a good point, Marcus. It's a very good point.
And there's poor Marcus, a man of the cloth.
Vegan Jerry, dinner is indeed delicious. Thank you. Oh yeah, Angela. Hammer House of Horror was my intro into the horror scene. Classic stuff. Classic.
Can anyone mention a horror film or just a film that messed them up a little bit? Like really badly freaked you out? I've got one major one. Eraserhead. Oh my God, that film freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah.
It burned into my brain. All the scenes from it. But The Elephant Man as well, in some ways, devastated me.
So kind of like majorly
Both
impacting.
Both
Yeah.
black and white.
Not necessarily even horror, just majorly impacting films.
No. Scared you. The Elephant Man scared me.
Yeah.
He didn't. The way human beings can be so sick that was my wake-up call to how disgusting human beings can be.
Oh. Yeah, Bobby says The Elephant Man really upset her. Totally get that. Jenny, American Werewolf in London.
Oh, such a good film, Jenny, though, isn't it?
Messed her up for years.
Love that. Did really scare you, yeah.
It's a scary film. It's terrifying. It really is. And it still stands up to this day. We watched it a couple of years ago, didn't we? And it was like, it's still brilliant.
Very, very good.
Star Cradle says, the Blair Witch Project actually frightened me, and I watched it on a small screen with the lights on. Yeah, I can
Star Cradle.
Totally get that.
Did you answer what that film was you recommended on Facebook?
I think she'd said something about she deleted the comment, or...
Can you remember what the film was, though? Because I remember looking at it and thinking, oh, there you go.
I'll try to remember the film, although I'm hesitant to recommend anything in case you hate it.
Oh, don't be daft.
No, recommend away.
I'm really, really good with films, because if there are films that other people have hated and I've really got something from, if anybody ever in the world comes across a copy of the film Stones for Ibarra, starring Glenn Close, on DVD or anywhere digital I can watch it, please let me know. I used to have it on video as a young man, and it's an incredible film, and it got slated. It was made for TV. It's a beautiful film, and Glenn Close plays this woman with a really deep perception who can see parts of a story of a person and fill in the gaps. And it taught me a lot, that film. It's a beautiful film. It's beautiful, beautiful. The Mexican guitar that forms the body of music throughout the film. Oh. I'm a sucker for guitar.
Sherry says Clockwork Orange. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a messed up film.
I've never watched it.
Messed up film.
Should I, or will it really bother me? No, it won't now. It's too dated. Maybe it will. It always struck me as it might be like Brazil.
Yeah, I think there's similarities you could draw from that, yeah. Vegan Jerry says Evil Dead 2 as a child, lol. Yeah, I can imagine watching that as a child. Yeah. Kelly, Paranormal Activity 1. Yeah, the first one was actually, if memory serves, there's been...
It was terrifying.
It was really pretty groundbreaking.
Such a good film.
The first one. And then
and
the rest of them kind of all meld into each other, don't they?
But those two actors in the first one were brilliant.
Marcus says, when I was a kid, Salem's Lot scared me. I used to have to walk through a churchyard back from school, and one day it was a foggy day. Never moved so blooming quick. And Cher, of course, yeah. Thank you for shouting that one out, Cher. The Thing freaked me out. Brilliant film. Brilliant.
Oh, and it has to be mentioned. A big part of any film for anybody really, well, is the actor. So Kurt Russell in The Thing, incredible. But the music, it's so well scored, that dum 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 dum, that incidental music.
Yes.
Music's a big part of any film for me.
And then you've got the wind and the strings. You've got the wind blowing constantly and the strings over the top. Like, yeah, brilliant. John, I don't know how long you've been in the house, but thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure, good sir.
Hey, darling.
Always a pleasure.
Much love to you and much love to Zix.
Yes. Not really a horror film, but a film that is always in the back of my mind when I think of amazing, awesome films, and I have to mention it. Big Trouble in Little China. It was a film that we've not watched for ages. I can't even remember the last time I watched it. But actually, it's kind of just randomly coming to my head because we're talking about films.
He's a Russell, isn't he?
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
He's the same guy.
I think so, yeah. Big Trouble in Little China, yeah. John Carpenter.
Can we just say that Kurt Russell in The Thing with the long hair and the beard and the overall on, girl, girl. Oh my god!
I think I need to watch Big Trouble in Little China again. To be honest,
looking guys.
So I'm gonna have this and then finish with that, which is what you've done, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm beating you, pussy.
Because I'm reading what people are saying.
Can't you eat and read at the same time?
Disgusting,
Pussy.
Horrible. I hope not, Imran. I actually really hope not. That'd be like I'm remaking Back to the Future. He said, could they ever remake Big Trouble? Would it be any good? I don't think so.
They tried remaking The Thing, didn't they?
They did. They
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
It wasn't a remake, though.
It was rubbish, though. I'll tell you what I got annoyed with for that. Tim Burton. We started remaking stuff and I was like, hey, don't touch Willy Wonka. And then he did. And then there were talk of him doing The Wizard of Oz. I was like, piss off, Burton. Get back to your bleeding cartoon horror, you daft boob.
I've never forgiven him for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm serious.
It wasn't a good read.
I'm serious. And to be honest, you know, on some level, I've never really forgiven Johnny Depp either. Because he was a part of that mess. Back to my pizza. Just saying.
Jason Bromley lives
Yeah. Kelly says it. There could never be another Wizard of Oz. There's rumour of some kind of labyrinth revisit, reimagining. I don't think they're going to remake it, but there's something on the cards with Labyrinth. I know that. Yeah. Mind you, while we're still on the subject of films and we're still eating and everything, people talked for 20 years about a Bill and Ted sequel. And it was on the cards and it was on and again and off again and on again and off again. People saying, please, please don't make another Bill and Ted film. It's going to ruin everything. No. It's amazing.
It is amazing. We need to watch that again.
We do. We do. So, you know, sometimes I think as long as they're not doing a direct remake, like what Imran said before about, you know, doing a remake of Big Trouble in Little China, if they did some kind of follow-on or sequel, I'm always more inclined toward that than an actual remake.
It depends as well because, like, I'm a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street, the original movie. Loved it. I thought it was brilliant 80s horror. I adored it. Or was it early 90s? No, it was 80s. And then the second one, I started to watch and I was like, nope. Nope. I got about half an hour in and I was like, no. Then the third one came along, Dream Warriors. That was right up my street. In my dreams, I'm beautiful and bad. Oh, I loved her. I loved her. I either wanted to be with her or be her. Either way, it would have done for me.
Not a fan. Not a big fan myself, but each to their own. I do have to pick out a little comment that Star Cradle has snuck in there. David Bowie in those trousers, though, can't beat that. Yeah. David Bowie throughout that whole film is just hot and rock and talent personified, isn't it? Absolutely.
Don't tell me truth hurts a girl, 'cause it hurts like hell. I love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you listened to the Black Star album? We've got it. That's some powerful stuff.
I think it's one of those albums that
That's
you need
a
to...
man coming to terms with his own mortality.
It's phenomenal. I mean, for anybody, kind of slightly, ever so slightly off tangent, but for anybody that is familiar with what Bowie achieved before he passed, and the planning involved, and the album release, and then I think the album's definitely an album that needs to be listened to a few times. I think, yeah, definitely phenomenal. We've got it in the car at the moment.
There's a question for you. Name one of the best produced albums to you. So that doesn't mean, that means the production of the album. So it could be a manufactured thing. It could be something where singers have been brought in. It's about the production of it. Some of the best produced albums to you. I'll tell you one of mine, and I know you'll judge me.
I already know what you're going to say.
And to my dying day, I will say it is one of the most amazingly produced albums ever. Tattoo. 200 kilometers per hour in the wrong lane.
There you go.
But you have to listen to the full album because it tells you a story.
I'd be interested to know how many people in the comments even know who Tattoo are.
I hated them when they came out as bullshitters, but what's John saying there? Why?
Oh, no, John, I just highlighted it because I thought it was quite poignant. John says, I've not listened to Black Star since Bowie went. I played it the whole weekend before he passed. Totally get that. Totally get that. And I think it's also fair to say, John...
Powerful album, isn't it, John? Beautiful and powerful and grounding.
Yeah, Star Cradle, I think, in terms of your original question, has said Depeche Mode's Black Celebration. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to keep up with the comments. There's so many. Not that I'm complaining.
Be careful about doing this because then as soon as you press the thing, it goes down hundreds. So.
I've not scrolled up. That's the end there. I've not scrolled up too far. Panda Fluffily. Tattoo. A milestone of my angsty teenage lesbian years. That's a brilliant comment.
I adore that album, though.
It's a good album.
Don't you think it tells a beautiful lesbian love story about two girls falling in love and trying to be together in a country that won't allow it, and where society and everyone around them is trying to stop it? And I just think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful album, but that's to do with the production team because they wrote all the songs. Hence the question.
We should take a minute to say good night to Cher Alvey. Thanks for joining us. Said must dash gents, happy munching.
Love you, Cher. Thank you for joining us, darling.
Mr. Atlanta says King Crimson, Court of the Crimson King. Okay. I don't think I've heard of King Crimson.
What was that? Does anyone do this, by the way? Does anyone hear a song on a TV programme, search it and then buy the album. Last night we ordered, I think it's due tomorrow.
There's so many lovely comments tonight. I can barely even keep up with it.
Oh, it is arriving tomorrow. Last night we bought M83. What does that say? Hurry up and what?
Hurry up, we're dreaming. M83, hurry up, we're dreaming.
From the strength of one song we heard on Mr. Robot. The second I heard the song, I was like, Google that. What's that?
It's not a new album, is it?
What's no 2011?
2011.
And then we went on Amazon and previewed every track, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. Such a good album.
So, couple more comments on this subject. D-Rabbit, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, Radiohead's OK Computer, and
all
afterwards, yeah.
Subterranean Homesick Alien. He'll tell you. The first time I heard it, I collapsed. I collapsed on the floor. Music can do that to me. The first time I heard Josh Groban sing You're Still You, I collapsed. You think I'm joking? You know, when you see tribal people being emotional, and that's what happens to me. My body just, I lose control of my knees and everything. First time I heard Josh Groban sing You're Still You on an episode of Ally McBeal, I tried to stand up to gain my composure and collapsed to my knees and couldn't breathe.
This is what I have to live with.
And the first time I heard Subterranean or Homesick Alien, the guitar, what do you call it?
The lead guitar. Yeah.
Floored me.
It's because it's beautiful.
Floored me.
Yeah. And Donna has said Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill, which we had on in the car
today.
This very day.
No, yesterday.
And today.
What?
Popped up to Mum and Dad's earlier to get that veg that Auntie Pearl sent down, that Brett brought down in a safe and secure Schmarone away. Sorry.
Have you heard her new song, Ablaze?
Oh, I don't. Is it new or quite new?
It was new to us.
Yeah.
We'd never heard it before.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette, Ablaze. Beautiful video at home with the hubby and the kids. Beautiful song, beautiful video. If we were going to make a music video, that's probably the kind of video we'd make as YouTubers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was gorgeous. The whole thing was gorgeous.
Become on a few more comments. Yes, Daydream Believer, also a Coldplay and OK Computer. Yes. 2020 Bridget, Stevie Wonder, songs in the key of life, or anything Stevie. Very, very fair point.
Yeah,
very good point.
Love Stevie.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time listening to That's What Friends Are For at the moment. I just get really emotional. I said to Jason the other day, don't anyone worry about me, I'm totally fine. But I went through this because of the state of the world at the moment. I had Isis on my knee the other day and I was stroking her because Isis likes to be stroked in a very particular way. All our cats have. So I was stroking Isis, scratching her back and gently tickling her belly at the same time while she was stood up. And I said, you're very specific, aren't you? Might never have another cat ever that likes this. And then I looked over at the picture of Alice, the last cat we lost, and said to Isis, Alice likes things particularly too. And then looked up at Doris. And Doris then looked at YouTube. I was stupidly on the news section at the time. And I just saw the titles of the videos and I was like, Jesus Christ. So much loss, so much hate, so much anger.
Grim.
It's horrible.
Grim.
I had one of those moments where you kind of go, like, you could lose it. You could go into hysterics and lose it completely. But I caught it and I was like, no. Just a string of thought, but you have to be careful with your thought processes. I do. I do. That's me owning that.
And it's good that you do own that. Very much so. Yeah. Geo Cooper says that the rock album that should have been a classic but slipped through the net for me is Taiketo Don't Come Easy. Interesting. I haven't heard of that. Quite a few people are mentioning OK Computer. Quite a few people have mentioned OK Computer. It was an amazing album.
It was an amazing album.
And Angie says, my current favourites are the Wayward Sons. Excellent. Amazing stuff. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. ASMR Pillow, Radiohead have so many great albums. I have to be honest with Radiohead. And I know the Radiohead fans in the house are going to kick me for this in the comments. I lost interest after OK Computer. A little bit. I did. A massive fan of Radiohead. Been in bands in the past where I've played their songs, sung them, covered their songs. But after OK Computer, it felt as though it became a little bit more...
me too, Jason.
Yeah, it became a little bit less sort of live band and more sort of tech, computer, you know, that side of things, more digitally created music. But I'm probably being really harsh there because I can't say that I've given them, maybe I haven't given them a fair crack of the whip. But yeah, that's just my personal thoughts on that one. That's a great idea, John. Can we do when we go and visit our friends Kay and Ian, Dan Saf, before all the schmarona, we often have a few drinks and play Alexa Roulette, where we do exactly that. But John said, can we have a party where we can all play some quality tunes and see many kindred spirits in the comments? Oh, I see many kindred spirits in the comments.
Kay and Ian, though, and you hate my choices sometimes.
I don't. Kay doesn't. It's just Ian that hates your choices.
No, now and again I've chosen things and you've all been like, what's this?
Mainly Ian. Mainly Ian, to be fair. I'm very tolerant, and Kay is quite tolerant. Do you know what I mean?
Things I long to remember. How about that?
Stacey, that's so true. Stacey says, what would we do without music? It can change your mood so quickly. I'd go crazy if I couldn't listen to it.
And that was part of my almost breakdown the other day. Because this one, a week ago, suddenly starts humming out of nowhere. Steve Bishop, It Might Be You. Which is the closing song from Tootsie, the movie. Which I love and adore so very much. And that song was playing in my head when I was going through the never again, never again, never again. Oh my God, horrible. Something's telling me it might be you all of my life.
Great song.
I love that song so much.
Great song. So, one of the things we should probably mention, because we're coming to the end of the eating segment, although I've still got my last piece of pizza, which I'm going to smash.
When you're done, we'll pull this in
yes.
a bit, and then we'll just have a chat about fancy questions and all sorts.
Should I eat my pizza first? I was going to mention, but I might just wait a second until I've eaten this, and we can bring you in closer. I want you to be closer to us.
I want you to be in me. Not that way, don't be disgusting. I mean, in my heart.
Too far, you took it too far.
Wait, you're filthing it up. I've got an heart, you know.
Yes, Imran's saying the older he gets, the more eclectic his music choices. Definitely. The mukbang part's nearly over, Matt. That's this bit. All this eating malarkey.
Mukbang, or mukbang, as you're supposed to say, Mukbang is eating show. And we know that people will have eaten with us tonight whilst watching, and some people will choose to watch it in the future and eat pizza with us, or whatever they choose to eat.
Whilst we're still loosely on the subject of music, before we bring you in, one of the things we were talking about today was, having listened to Jagged Little Pill in the car very, very recently, it's kind of reminded me, and this is totally a nostalgia thing, but it was sort of instantly reminded me of other music around that time that I'd completely forgotten about. And one of them was Reef, Oh Place Your Hands.
Oh, place your hands.
And the fact that Matt's in the house also just kind of reminded me to mention that, because it's a classic, absolute classic song. But there's so many from like the late 80s, early 90s, in around 94, 95. But I suppose it's a generational thing, isn't it? So some people that are kind of maybe in the 50s or 60s are going to have that same connection with songs from like, I don't know, 70s and the 80s, presumably.
Right, I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up, Jay, while you're on that last bit of pizza. And then we can shift things around a little bit.
Can you tidy up quietly?
Do you want to do more of this?
No, I'm done. Marcus says, Shakespeare's Sister, a lot of the songs made me think of Mark Bolan. I managed to get to his shrine a few years ago, so it's one more off my bucket list.
You better hope and pray that you make it safe back to your own world.
Fair point, Angie. Donna, no. Have you listened to the secret song at the end of the last song on the Alanis album? I don't think so. Which album, though? The Jagged Little Pill that we were chatting about before?
Do you want to give me your... Might as well give us your back. Ba-da-da-dum, 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 da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Baby, it's you. Baby, it's you. I've been searching for all of my life. Oh. And lift it a little bit.
What did I say about that thing? Useless. Amazing webcam. Absolutely useless attachment to get it to fit to the top of your laptop.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's all right, yeah.
Oh, it's a bit weird, isn't it? So you sort it out. You sort it out, Jason. There you go. Hello!
I'm stuffed.
Mukbang's over. But the chat is not. You've got some news to tell people, haven't you? Music man. He is the music man. He comes from down your way and he can play. What can he play? He plays guitar.
Trombone.
Plunk, 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 plunk.
And see the wine's kicking in.
No, go on.
Yeah, so while we're on the subject of music, a couple of weeks ago, about a week and a half, had a spark of inspiration out of nowhere.
Spark of creation.
And yeah, new song on the way. So I appreciate it's not everyone's cup of tea.
It's got a name, yeah.
And that's fine. Working title for the new song is Sick. S-I-C-K. So that's on its way fairly soon. And like I was going to say, I do appreciate that not everybody that subscribed to us on YouTube are obviously subscribed to us for my music. There are occasional uploads. But yeah, new song on the way. Working title is Sick. And it's pretty much about right now. It's pretty much about right now. What's going on right now. What we're dealing with. Who we are as human beings. And it was very nice, and it's really nice to be able to say that Paul helped me out with half the chorus and a few lines in a few of the verses. So it's a little bit of a collab, a little bit of a mini collab. So I will get that up as soon as possible for those people who are interested in my music. Yeah, there you go.
Should be fun.
So that's a little bit of an update on the music front.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's different.
I like it.
It's different. It's not nice in some ways.
I don't like it just because I'm married to you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I tell you.
Appreciate that. Yeah. It's different to stuff I've done for a very long time. It's quite different. I wanted to kind of write something that didn't feel contrived and was really kind of sort of from the heart. And I think that's reflected in the lyrics. So, yeah, I'm going to try and get that up as soon as I possibly can over the next week or two. As soon as I can. Because I'm quite excited to share it, to be honest.
And as for our Instant Pot having a name, I don't know whether to put it to the public vote or just stick with Pat the Pot. Pat the Pot is so northern.
I do like Pat the Pot. I really do like Pat the Pot.
I do, to be honest with you. I love it.
Yes.
I love Pat the Pot.
Do you want to let people know what's happening on the TVQ front?
Oh, yes. On Thursday of this week coming at 6 p.m, the girls are going to be doing a live video over StreamYard, streaming from their own kitchens. So Gemini will be here borrowing my kitchen, and my husband will be up there borrowing Stuart's kitchen. No idea what we're doing yet, but it'll be a laugh, I guarantee you.
It's going to be awesome. You know it'll be awesome because it's the Vegan Queens, and it's going to be even more extra special because they're cooking, but it's the whole live thing.
We don't know if we're cooking.
Oh, you're not cooking?
I don't know if we're cooking.
I thought you were.
Well, we might be decorating a cookie, or, you know. I've no idea I've no idea yet.
Okay.
My husband and Gemini haven't discussed it, and when they have discussed it, they need to confirm it and then feed it back to me and Stuart, so we know what's going on.
Absolutely.
So we'll let you know when they let us know.
And I've said thank you, Mr. Atlanta, and anyone else who's mentioned what Mr. Atlanta said. Very much looking forward to hearing it. So thank you. That's cool. Definitely. And Kelly, of course.
That bloody bohemian beast talking about her boobs again.
Unbelievable.
The right one on the left one.
Boobs and melons, melons and boobs.
All is going it road.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you very much to our fabulous mods this evening, who are always here to take care of the scum of the earth. Thank you so much to you all. So, yeah, we've chatted about a few things. We have given you a little bit of a taste as to what's to come quite soon. Have you
seen all the stuff?
I was going to say, have you missed out?
There's been a new episode from Vincent V. Egan. With roving reporter segments from both Stephen Sitan and Gilbert Grump.
Yeah.
There's been a trip to Asda. There's been a couple of kitchen vlogs.
There's obviously also been the Naughty Vegan taste test.
Yes.
Which was epic. Really, really awesome. And definitely worth checking out our vlog. Obviously, we're going to say that. But more importantly, it's definitely worth checking out Naughty Vegan's new pastry goods in Morrison's right now. and available online from Monday, I do believe.
What? Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
can order from Morrison's
Mhm.
online from Monday.
Yeah. So there you go. So it would be an appropriate time of the evening before we drink too much wine.
Adrian, I think we're a bit scared, to be honest with you. I wrote this on Facebook not too long ago. Adrian's just
Yes, I
saying,
see it.
like, get a vegan Domino's. Well, nice, guys.
Thank you, Deneen.
My constant distrust of humans is preventing us from doing that at the moment. I would have to be there to watch them put vegan cheese on it and make it. Otherwise, if we just went to pick it up and it had already been done, I just have no trust for humans. Obviously, most of the present company excluded from this statement. Humans are scum, hateful, horrible scum. Too many, way too many humans who will do, say, be horrible because they get some kind of kick out of it. And so that has prevented us from getting a Domino's, to be honest. You only have to look on YouTube comments for 2 minutes to see what scum there is in the human race. And if that exists here on YouTube videos, it exists everywhere. So I'm too scared because I cannot tell you how I would react to putting animal products in my mouth unknowingly due to someone else.
Yeah.
I'm better that not happening, really.
Yeah, Stacey's saying
Yeah.
the same thing. If I ever get a takeaway, I have to thoroughly inspect the food to make sure there's no meat or dairy on it. Yeah, and I think as we've kind of proven this evening, and obviously each to their own, those people that know us, 123 in the house at the moment, which is awesome. I just keep checking up there in the corner every now and again just to see. But as we've proven this evening, each to their own, but how much amazing pizza is out there where you can be 100% trustful and relying on the fact that you are actually getting vegan stuff and there's no accidental cross-contamination.
And that's why we really enjoyed doing this tonight. No pizza more than £2. One at £2, two at £1.75. All gorgeous. We've smashed them all. No more than £6 for all three of them. And it'd be, up to £20 really for a...
Somebody mentioned that earlier
Domino's.
on, yeah.
So it's not just the price thing for us, because we're not wealthy people by any stretch of the imagination. We might have one takeaway a month where we can justify spending £30.
And it's usually Zad's.
Yeah. On a takeaway. But other than that, I would much rather make takeaways at home.
Imran, apparently Leanne and Imran had a similar problem. I had a nightmare scenario with the Chinese takeaway last night. Businesses are taking the mick with the vegan community.
Yeah.
It's just one to watch out for, isn't it, really? It is, and it's a shame that we have to do that.
It is a real shame, and I would love to be more trusting of humanity, but humanity has shown me, particularly the last few years, more than ever before in my life, funnily enough in this country since the Brexit vote, that humans can be incredibly cruel, nasty, vile creations that will hurt you and then laugh about it. And it's not like it's like, oh, you've hurt me. It's like, oh, you're scum, aren't you? You're actually scum, like scraping the barrel scum.
Oh, you see what happens when we stop eating pizza?
No, you know what I mean, though.
I do know what you mean, yeah.
It's an awful thing to talk about. It really is, and I understand that. But I think it's an important thing to talk about because I don't want anybody to ever convince themselves that, what's she called? Anne Frank wrote in her diary, I still believe that at the heart people are good. Bless her. She was wrong. People are not good.
I think we've also...
People are not good.
It's probably fair to point out and re-reference, we've been watching an awful lot of Mr. Robot recently. So some of that thought might
No.
Because it mirrors reality of society,
Yeah, I know,
doesn't it?
but
So,
I deal with YouTube comments every day. I see scum.
yeah, I know.
Every single day.
Susanna says, always cook my own, no takeaways for years. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And
Sadly.
That's what we started to do with our Chinese. You know that whole story. And if you don't watch some of our Wingit videos, because I tell that story, how we saved a fortune from having Chinese takeaways by a friend suggesting, shop at Wingit. They've got all this stuff there.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you read some of these things out? Because you're just saying yes, absolutely.
I was just saying yes, absolutely to Imran's comment. Thank you so much, Mostly Love of Music. And we were going to get to that, weren't we? When we brought people closer in.
Yes, we were. So we'll probably watch this now. It'll be like 30 trolls have subscribed just so they could wait for us to say, yay, 7,000 subscriptions. And now 30 people will unsubscribe and go, no, you gays. No, you haven't.
But thankfully...
Well, we did have.
Yeah, thank you all, and thank you most of the Love of Music. Congrats for 7K subs. I had the delicious Med Veg One Planet Pizza tonight. By the way, my YouTube icon is Radiohead. Yes.
Mostly Love of Music. Was it you that said pat the pot? You damn bugger. Was it you? I'll know if you're lying.
But yeah, how awesome, regardless of what happens. And if these are horrible people unsubscribe, who knows, like Paul said. But 7K, so chuffed with that. That's amazing.
We usually wait until we've got to about 7:30, like something and 30, because that seems to be the safe zone then. So...
Angela says, my local Chinese always cooks my order separate and gives me free spring rolls because I explain I don't eat fish either. That's nice. This, I'm sure, you know what? We know there's some amazing...
Mostly Love Music.
Pat the pot.
It made me laugh. Oh, it made me laugh. It's because I read it in a local accent, though.
Pat the pot.
Pat the pot.
Pat the pot. Yeah.
I'm doing a stew. Why? Because Pat the pot wants me to.
Oh, Bobby, bless you. That's a lovely thing to say. I've had to deal with bigoted individuals regarding race, sexuality and sexism, but this tonight restores my faith that they were only a minority.
Well, they are. And that's it. Thank you, Bobby, actually. It's a really important clarification that they are a minority. Unfortunately, they're a very loud minority.
Can be,
and very prevalent because they're so desperate to hurt people in whatever way that they can possibly do that. Which is, it just makes me think, like, I'm kind of worried about you. Why would you want to? Why would you want to hurt people? Why would you want to be nasty and cruel? Like, actually explain why would you want that? Because only hateful, psychotic, usually murderous people want to be cruel. It's an important thing to acknowledge.
Absolutely.
I know it's become trendy, and all the soaps and everything of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill Des and bury him under the. And it's like, that's television. That's TV. It's actors being paid a fortune.
People don't talk about soap opera actors like they're actors. They talk about them like they're real people living real lives.
I know. That's
the disturbing thing. Matt, and he makes a very good point. 7K is basically an army. Annex Gorton. Let's do it. What
is science?
Oh, Marcus, bless you, good sir. Thank you so much. Means a lot, really does. There's a bit of a controversy about how many likes we've got tonight. We're showing 110 from you wonderful people. Somebody was worried because they only seen 19.
Oh no! Sometimes when if you want to see a small amount of likes, refresh the whole screen, and then everything will refresh. But you won't lose any of the chat. It will all still be there.
Just linking back in with what, and this is actually something that I wanted to message Leanne and Imran about, and I didn't. But actually, on a serious note, linking in with what Paul was talking about before. Leanne and Imran sent me a lovely little gift for my birthday the other week. And it's a little thing that sticks in your car on the window that says vegan on board. And I loved it. And my first thought was, this is gorgeous. I love it. It really warmed my heart. And how sad is it that my second thought was, if I put it in the car, I'll probably get my windows bricked in. And again, it links back to what Paul said before. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to bloody do it. So there. Thank you, Leanne and Imran.
In everything that must be done, there is an element of scum. You find the scum and punch it away. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake, a lark, a spree.
Nice. Just kind of turned her into something quite different. But
songs made wrong.
Songs made wrong
for YouTube. I won't sing you the other Mary Poppins song that I made wrong. I didn't make it wrong. It was Gemini.
I want a whole album.
And she sang it at Levenshulme Pride, and it became a lesbian song, and it was wrong. But that was the part of the show. Songs made wrong. I sang a couple. No, I didn't. Gemini sang a couple and then shouted out, "Throw me a song. I'll make it wrong." When she did.
So wrong. The wrongest songs you've ever heard or seen of. Just to pick up on what I said before, Leanne, Imran, please don't worry. It was a passing thought. I'm probably being massively over dramatic. But let's test the water and find out, shall we? Because quite frankly, I'm beyond caring at this stage. And if someone's sad enough to do something like that, then I feel a lot more sorry for them than I do for anyone else, really. So yeah, still mega chuffed. Thank you. And linking in with that, essence of the Celts, Jason, be fearless, especially if you believe in what you are doing. Thank you.
I want to see you be brave with what you put in the car.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, so that's going to happen. So, before we wrap up for this evening, as we always do, and we've answered lots of questions, of course, but before we slowly bring things to a close, now is the opportune time for you to throw some questions at us that we can answer, we can bat back before we wrap up and wind down for the evening with another glass of wine in there and possibly another episode of Mr. Robot.
Have we had a bottle of wine?
Almost. So there we go.
Oh, see,
Finish this for the Q&A.
Finish this for the Q&A. I'll just pop over here for a
second. So
warm,
yeah,
love?
I'm a little bit warm, but it is quite warm in here. We've kind of, we always say it, and we always say it at the beginning, we always say it at the end. But whilst Paul is just sorting some bits out over there, I would say thank you genuinely to everybody for joining us this evening. It's always an absolute pleasure.
I sure thought that's the remainder. Oh, it's so bright. There you go.
No, it's got a manual focus. It's a manual focus lens. So put it where my head is, and it'll be in focus.
That's the rest of my potato dauphinoise from last night, which has to be said, guys, was bloody gorgeous. We sent some up for Mum and Dad Brom tonight as well.
Yes,
didn't we?
It was really nice. In terms of
kept
your
a bit there for another meal.
Your sauce, you've established, haven't you, with your sauce that it's multifunctional.
It's fantastic. That sauce I came up with, and it has to be said, and I will say it as many times as I remember to. It was heavily inspired by it's the whole fruit plant-based cooking show with Jill, the plant-based kitchen cooking show with Jill, who did a ranch dressing, salad dressing, and I did a version of it. I did her version of it and quoted the video and said that's the original video, but I'm making it on our channel. And that was like an oil-free ranch dressing. It's beautiful. And then thinking about that she'd made, I was like, can this be heated up somehow? Can I take out the flavor elements and make it into... Anyway, it turns out I made a really beautiful creamy pasta sauce, like a carbonara, by using hemp seeds, oats, nooch, and plant milk in the blender in the NutriBullet, salt and pepper. Heat it up, it thickens up. So I used it as a pasta sauce first, and we really enjoyed that, didn't we? And then somebody, one of our subscribers, and I wish I could remember who it was, said that sauce would make a really good lasagna with your lentils you use for your gardener's pie. And I was like, ooh, you dirty, filthy person. It's a bloody good idea. So on our last but one, on the last live kitchen, somebody in the kitchen, we did, these are all in their own playlist, by the way. We did tofu. The one before that, we did lentil lasagna using that white sauce. It was gorgeous. Anyway, got this abundance of potatoes off Auntie Pearl. 2 dockers. They were like babies. They were massive.
Babies.
And I thought, oh, do you know what? I could just peel them, slice them with a mandolin dead thin, and make a dauphine wine. I was going to get some vegan cream, and then I thought, no, do your sauce, make your sauce. So I did. About 200 to 300 millilitres of plant milk, 4 heaped teaspoons of hemp seeds, 2 heaped teaspoons of oats, and probably about 3 heaped tablespoons of nooch, salt and pepper, NutriBullet, layer of potatoes, pour it over, layer of potatoes, pour it over, blah, 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 blah. Put tin foil over for about the first 15 minutes so that the steam cooked the potatoes, then took it off to crisp the top. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful dauphine wine. And as someone mentioned on Facebook as well, you don't have to use plant milk, you can do it with stock.
So there you go.
There you go.
Angela says, which supermarket do you think will create a real vegan section after the Asda fail? Sainsbury's have done it. We were saying this the other day. You know,
they haven't, Jason. It's not fair to say that because there's a couple of vegetarian items on that vegan stand.
Okay, so Sainsbury's are the nearest to doing it.
Yes.
And I think that what has happened is Sainsbury's have done it virtually and not really made a big deal out of it. They've just done it. Somebody in the back office at Asda's caught wind of it.
Tesco did it first. We have to be fair and say that. Tesco did it first. Everyone was telling us about it, that new section they've got at the end of the meal counter, and it's all plant-based meats.
Yeah.
We did it in our last Tesco vlog when we bought the lamb and the chicken alternatives. Tesco did it first.
I mean,
Sainsbury's copied.
I mean, like an aisle. I think that's what they're meaning, because Asda said aisle, didn't they?
Yeah, Asda said aisle.
Yeah.
And nobody's got a vegan aisle.
No.
Nobody.
But Sainsbury's are the nearest to it, I would say, because ours, they've got that. There's a big section there,
yeah,
isn't there?
But there's about the same size in Tesco.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Yeah. So who knows? Who knows?
Tesco and Sainsbury's are the top 2 big supermarkets for vegan stuff.
Yeah.
Sainsbury's for us, closely followed by Tesco, holding on to its coattails, Aldi.
True that. Very true.
Asda running up behind, saying, I weren't lying, it's an aisle. I'm very disappointed in you, Asda.
Alice says, have you tried the new Nomo caramel bar? I don't think we've tried the caramel, have we?
No.
No, not yet.
But
Big fans of Nomo, though.
I've got something to tell you. You know Whittaker's chocolates? Do you know Whittaker's chocolates? In Iceland around Christmas time, they usually do mint creams and coffee creams.
Been around a long time, Whittaker's chocolate.
Fabulous Whittaker's chocolate.
1895?
Very old. Very old.
English.
Well,
old.
They've been in touch with us. We've been waiting for a while, actually. Anyway, Gemma got in touch on Twitter today. Gemma, she's official, she works for him. She said, hey, lads. I said, what? She said, hey. I said, what? I'm here listening. She said, you know those bars we were telling you about? 4 new bars that we've got coming out that are all Vegan Society approved. I said, yeah. She said, do you want me to send them to you? We're releasing them in mid-October. I said, Gemma, have you gone daft? Of course we do.
You didn't say, Gemma, have you gone daft, did you?
I did. I says, I've only tried your mint creams and your coffee creams. I says, hey, if some of them coffee creams fall into the box, we won't complain. Accidentally vegan and gorgeous. She says, get this, listen to this. She says, have you tried our salted caramel or our lime lemon? I was like, you what, Gemma? No, no. I've never even heard of them. She said, I'll pop you some of them in the box as well. I said, I love you.
Cheers, Gemma, and cheers, Whitakers. And everyone else in the comments, get ready for a chocolate extravaganza.
So we're getting, a load of stuff from Whitakers to try. But she said, check out the website, and like you can check out our vegan range on the website. So if anyone's looking for vegan chocolates, Whitaker's website, of course, it's going to be linked when we do the vlog.
Yeah,
because we will do a vlog with something like Whitaker's, because they're, again, really accessible.
Really accessible.
Well priced.
And also, you know, that whole thing around, there's a history there. And I think when you are working with a company that has been around a long, long time, and they're kind of ingrained in what they do and how they do it, for them to be able to recognize and evolve what they're doing is amazing.
Himra, yes, salted caramel. I think because at the time I was talking about the coffee creams, which are the same as the mint creams, which are like the rounds, you know, with the soft fondant in the middle. That's when she brought them up. So I don't know whether the salted caramel and the lemon and lime are like chocolate discs filled with soft fondant.
It's coming soon, and we will, as always, put our minds and our bodies on the line
For you.
For this glorious vegan community.
We'll taste it all, because we don't want you having crap.
No.
We don't want that.
The one thing you'll always get from us, guaranteed, on the reg, down-to-earth veganism. It's what we're all about. It's a badge of honour. A badge of honour, people. I'd probably, be honest with you, I've probably had a bit too much red wine, a bit too quickly. I'm a lightweight these days.
Oh, bless you.
Do you know what I mean?
Loads of pizza to soak it up.
No, it's not worked. It's not really worked. So, a few more questions before we wrap up. Any quick fire questions to throw our way? And John, don't be having us singing an encore. Or maybe you do. Maybe that's what you want, and that's fine as well.
What will you be watching tonight?
Oh, good question.
Either another episode of people mentioned stuff before and I can't remember it now. People mentioned horror, but because we're already in them. Another episode of Ratchet, or probably another episode of Mr. Robot, actually, because I'm really in there at the moment, and it's like last night's episode was incredible.
It's established.
Not last night's, night before.
Series 3,
no, it was last
episode
night.
10.
No, it's episode 4, series 1.
Oh, okay.
Series 4, episode 1. Outstanding music, acting, storyline, twists and turns, amazing. Made me order an album.
Yeah, and the album's amazing as well, so who knew?
Paul, you mentioned Gemini's desire to depart.
But that you're holding on to her. If she does leave, does that mean the vegan queens would be no more? Apologies if I am misunderstanding the detail.
No, it's very complex, you know, with Gemini. Gemini is a separate person. And I know this is, call me Sybil. Call it voluntary MPD, whatever it is. I had to give her a life and an identity for her to work. And she's been with me a long, long time. She came out last time, because I had my teeth sorted, got my gap fixed. And because she was like, oh, all right then, let's have one last blast at it. She came out to perform. That's the thing. And it was kind of a stipulation. I'll perform. I'll help you make money. Let me continue performing. And here we are.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of debate going on because Gemini has agreed to stick around for me because I need her here at the moment. and I don't know when I'll stop needing her. But I can say that when she goes, she'll never come back. She'll be gone for good. I know.
Pretty full on that. But Starcrail, you know
Thank
what?
you.
Thank you for mentioning that, because it's, you know, I've known Gemini for a very, very long time. And I think I have a pretty good understanding of the relationship between Paul and Gemini. And that's not an easy thing to deal with. And it's not an easy thing to acknowledge and even talk about. It's really difficult, but it's also equally really important. And I know it's not something that you mind sharing.
No,
with
no,
people,
no.
So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We're both sharers, me and her.
Matt, on a slightly brighter note.
I finally started The Boys season 2.
Excellent.
Is it? Oh, I want to punch so many of them though.
We love it. We love it. But yeah, it is sick and twisted and wrong.
Come on, then. Come over here. I've got to set you.
John, bless you. As always, good sir. You always hit us up right at the end of our lives. But I've got to be honest with you. I don't know if I would be confident enough. So if you want to choose another genre or another artist, I may be inclined to indulge you. But I genuinely don't think I would be confident to do like a verse and a chorus. But thank you for thinking that I would possibly be.
Dreaming will picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. The sweat of the body covers you. Can you, my darling, can you picture this? That's Prince.
Yeah. But it was an octave lower.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, John. Prince, an octave lower. Their artist formerly known as an octave
Met a
lower.
little girl in a hotel, I guess you could say she was a sex dream. Met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. I didn't get the tune right then. When I saw a little Nikki grind. It's a great song.
JJKK, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. JJKK says, fab night as always. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And John says, Paul, yes. Essence of the Celts. Paul, what was your inspiration for Vincent V. Egan?
It was Brian Turner. I remember seeing Brian Turner do it, do a kind of mock news show. And then he stopped doing it, and I was like, oh, that's a real gap, that. But Chris Morris, Brass Eye,
Day to Day.
Day to Day.
Yeah. All that kind, that realm. Yeah, definitely.
And I suppose a bit, what's he called? That does the parliamentary stuff still now is brilliant. Oh, what's he called?
You watch a lot more news than me.
He's British. No, he's a comedian. He does it as a kind of
yeah.
news report.
I've only seen his stuff on Facebook.
Jonathan Pye or something.
Parsons?
No,
I don't know.
Someone will tell us, I'm sure.
Stacey.
So yeah, it was. I mean, it was basically all, and the need to scratch my acting itch, because here's another rub. Gemini isn't acting. Vincent is acting.
There you go.
However, as I was saying to Jason on the way to Sainsbury's a couple of weeks ago, I said, do you know, Vincent's just become really important to me. Like, not as important as Gemini, but it's like, I love the guy. He's like a... So I'm giving him now the same reality that I give Gemini. It helps me.
For anybody, I should mention, for anybody who's just like within the last sort of 5, 10, 15 minutes, just kind of come in and is wondering a little bit what's going on, I would say, check out The Vegan Queens on YouTube and check out our playlists and our videos that we've uploaded quite recently. The Vegan News, Vincent V. Egan, and all that fun stuff as well. Really good question for a few minutes before we wrap up. Do you think we'll be able to answer Stacey's question succinctly? I can answer it succinctly. So Stacey says, sorry to keep you hanging there, Stacey. Stacey says, thoughts on law of attraction and manifestation. I say it can do no harm. It can do absolutely no harm whatsoever.
Jason.
Sing your favourite self-penned song and do it with feeling. Oh, yeah, but the
Jonathan Pye, thank you, Hedge Rider. Thank you, love.
Thanks, Hedge. Yeah, there you go.
What did I just say?
You was close. I think you was pretty close. Because I said Parsons, and it was off. It was a derivative. It was a runoff from what you'd said. So
I don't know what I said.
Ooh, you've put me on the spot there, John. I'll tell you what. I'll do very, very briefly. If you pass me my guitar.
Oh.
Very, very briefly. Push the table back a bit. I'll do a verse and a chorus. It may not necessarily be my favourite self-penned song, but it could be my favourite self-penned song. It's one of my favourites. And then we're going to wrap up for the evening and go and watch Mr. Robot. You're the one that's there. Without you, despair. No one knows the truth. Oh yeah, it's that you came to me, help me see the kind of guy I'd like to be, and it's you I need. Guide me every step of the way, and it's you I need. Help me in the ways from day to day, from day to day, from day to day. There you go.
Now you have to tell the story.
There you go.
About that song. I think we've told it before, but it's worth telling again. I think, because it's a beautiful story.
Wrote that song right when we got together, way back when, in the college days, and I performed it at college. Paul didn't know anything about it. Nothing about it. And also,
he sang it in rehearsals for Pippin, where he was playing leading player. Matt, in commentary, was playing Pippin. Don't forget to check his video out in the community tab after. Very good. And I was playing King Charlemagne. First time I put weight on for a role. I've struggled with my weight ever since. Thanks, John Illingsworth.
Thank you, everyone, by the way. Thank you.
We were in the dance studio rehearsing, and he just said, I'd like to sing this song. I've written this for Paul. And all the girls were like, ah, and I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, so there you go. That was just impromptu on the spot. But I do like to pull that one out now and again because ultimately it stood the test of time.
Night, Angela.
Yes, Night, Angela. Thank you for joining us, as always. Yeah, it's a song that stood the test of time. And I think anybody that is sort of, you know, even vaguely aware of anything around songwriting, if memory serves, it was one of those that I wrote in about 20 minutes. And often those ones that are just churned out really quickly in a moment of inspiration, they're often the best ones.
Like me and Chasing Rainbows.
Yes, absolutely.
I love Chasing Rainbows. It was Matt, again, did awesome guitar accompaniment for me on that one night. Turned it into an acoustic song rather than a kind of pop crafted song as it originally was, because I wrote it. You know, when you're sometimes when a songwriter writes a song, and I'm not a songwriter, I'm a writer. It was my first attempt at writing a song. I wrote it with Lisa Stansfield in mind. I kind of wrote it for her. So yeah, I loved it. It's a
Yeah.
good song.
Yeah. Matt says we plugged a guitar into your hi-fi. I think that was in Chadderton, wasn't it?
It was in Chadderton.
Yeah. Amazing.
Oh, that was a very memorable night for me, that, Matt. That was a lovely night. It was, that's one that stuck with me for all these years.
Yeah.
I think I've still got it on cassette somewhere.
Cassette? Do you remember what they were? Cassettes.
I know.
Cassette tapes.
Probably all mouldy and broke now and stuff, but it's nice too. It's nice that no one can erase this, can they? So,
we have been streaming live for almost 2 hours. You've all been awesome, as always, genuinely. And we've got 125 in the house and 124 thumbs up.
That's amazing. Thank you, everybody. So much.
Beautiful thing. And I think, we've maybe got time for 1 or 2 more questions, if anybody's got any.
Yeah.
Essence of the Celts. Really great question. What are your plans for tomorrow? What are our plans for tomorrow?
I'm going to be doing some cooking for sure. What day is it today? The 3rd. I've got some tofu that's dated the 5th. So I might do some mini quiches tomorrow for lunches and stuff next week. And I might do the maiden voyage of possibly Pat the Pot. And I might be doing a big vegetable stew because we've got all this veg now and I don't want to waste any of it. So even if I have to freeze some portions of it, I might try and make because my vegetable stews are dead simple. They're stock and veg, full stop. No thickening, no nothing. I don't blend any of it to make any of it thicker. I just like the watery stock and well-cooked vegetables in a stew.
And whilst Paul's doing that, I will probably be putting the final touches to my latest song, getting that finalised, possibly playing a little bit more of Middle-earth, Shadow of War, which is epic, and I'm loving it at the moment. Dealing with orcs the way that orcs need to be dealt with. Marcus has just said, shall we go for the record and make it 3 hours? No, Marcus, no. But you have planted a seed for what possibly could one day be an epic live where we don't decide when we stop.
You do.
You do.
Oh, no, because there'll be someone who'd stay on 6 in the morning.
That's fine.
On purpose.
That's fine. We're up for that challenge.
These are the things that dreams are made of. Human League.
John says, a singer I like wrote a whole album about his fans for a fee. Momus Stars Forever in brackets. So would you boys do the same? I'm always open to business collaborations, John. Always open to any possibility of collaborative opportunities. So, yeah, sky's the limit there, good sir. Essence of the Celts, love your videos when you walk outdoors as well. That's nice.
Yeah, we enjoy them as well. Unfortunately, it's getting to the time of year now where that's going to...
Proper grim today, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's literally not stopped all day.
And we didn't make the most of the summer, but COVID.
Yeah. Schmarona. Deneen says, Paul and Jason, congratulations on 7K. Good night, everyone. Great live stream.
Oh, thanks, Deneen. Thank you, my love, and good night.
Oh, Anonymous G. Thanks, gents. As a young single person living alone during these crazy times, these shows are a lifesaver for me.
Oh, thank you.
That's nice. And we're glad to be here. We're glad to help. We're glad to inspire.
2 next week. Vegan Queens on Thursday night at 6 o'clock on their channel, live. And then the Quizmaster and his glamorous assistant on Friday night at 9 o'clock on this channel.
Oh, I've got some. Oh. The Quizmaster's got some legwork to put in before next week. That's for sure. But yes,
Donna, I think we're going to be watching another episode of Mr. Robot on Amazon.
Yes.
Or possibly Ratched
on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yeah. Susanna, I don't think that's a question, more of a statement. Plans for the wet dark times, vino and good food. What else? Spot on. Yeah. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit.
Good food, good company.
Yes.
Nice wine. What more can you ask for, really?
Oh, nice. Vegan blunders, been wonderful as always, having everyone's company. I'm off to do some reading for college. Good night, everyone.
Oh, good luck, vegan blunders. I hope it goes easily and succinctly for you and stays in.
All the best, yeah. And I think vegan blunders makes a really good point on the exit there, which is this whole community on YouTube, our channel, the Down to Earth Veganism. You're all part of that, and we read the comments and all the other posts and comments that on all of our other videos and stuff.
Yeah, there's so many of us now. It's like there's hundreds of us
So nice.
that make up such a lovely community. So let's not start going off into little groups, because that's horrible.
So nice, though.
Stay together as a lovely vegan community. We're stronger together always, whether it's because we're vegan or we're liberal or we're hippies or we whatever binds us. Let us focus on that and stick together.
Yes, and on that note, we shall bring this evening's live stream to a close. Bonus guitar out of nowhere. Thank you for that, John. I think we made it quite clear our pizza preferences, but bottom line is all three pizzas were great.
Really good.
Yeah,
really
the
good.
budget pizza market in the UK at the moment, smashing it.
Yeah,
absolutely smashing it.
£2 and £1.75. I mean, they're good prices.
Yeah.
And you know, there were other options in all of the venues that we could have bought, but we chose those three. But all the same price. Some with fake bacon and mushrooms, like in Aldi.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Unbelievable.
Lovely pizzas.
Thank you, as always, to our beautiful, wonderful mods for being here. I don't think it's been too bad tonight, but thank you
to all our channel members, and that's anyone whose name is in green, who subscribes to the channel with a payment and helps to support us. Of course, you don't have to. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe.
It's free.
These lovely people have chosen to become channel members and to help support us. Exactly the same with all our patrons. So to our patrons, our channel members, our channel mods, to everyone who's took part tonight, to the people who watch us regularly, to the people who've only just discovered us, welcome. We love you. Thank you. Kiss me. Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. We'll get
quick hug.
Oh,
quick digital hug. Bobby,
watch your boobs.
Oh, crushing my face. Oh. Bless yous all. Thank you for being here.
Bless them all. Bless them all. The long and the short and the tall. Love that. Yeah. See you again very soon. Thank you for joining us. Until we see you again, please be excellent to yourself and each other. Bye, loves.
Bye. Goodbye.